Welcome to this episode of Arcade Cuties. I'm Nyreen.
I'm Cody.
And today we have two guests with us. We have Fierce and Foxx. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell y'all a little bit about what they do. And then we're going to get into talking about Stardew Valley.
Hi. I guess I'll start. So I'm Fierce. I use they, them pronouns, and I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I'd say I mostly stream indie games, so I'm very excited to talk about Stardew, as it's one of probably the most well-known indie game out there. I do a lot of charity work, usually for Mexican orgs, as I'm from Mexico. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Foxx. My pronouns are he, they, and I'm also a variety content creator over on Twitch. I do a lot of, mostly my vibe is like playing a game with your mate that devolves into chatting and has nothing to do with the game at all, but it's good fun. And also do some like charity fundraising for largely queer and trans orgs, but sort of all over the spectrum.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
So Stardew Valley. I don't know how to start this conversation about Stardew Valley, even though I love Stardew Valley. I remember when Stardew Valley first came out, I was really excited about its release because it's like the graphics were really similar to Harvest Moon DS Cute, which I used to like obsessively play. And I remember seeing the trailer for it and finding out that it was also an indie game, which I'm really big on indie games too. And the music in the trailer was really nice.
I interestingly didn't end up playing it initially when it came out, but I remember seeing the trailer and getting so excited because one of my biggest games as a kid was Harvest Moon. Like loads of the ones, but those were all console based, and by the point that Stardew Valley came out, I'd pretty much transitioned into mainly a PC gamer, and so I'd been looking for ages. I was like, can I get something that's not an emulation of Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons?
Oh my god,
like a
right?
Sim on PC, and I was so excited when it came out. I was like, I can sit for hours and romance on my PC. And that was the other thing as well. It was, oh my god, I can be gay in this as well.
Yes,
which was so good.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Was Stardew Valley at the time it came out like one of the only, if not the only, farming sim in that style?
Probably, actually.
Haven't. Huh. Was it?
I can't think of anything else that was out at the same time, like on PC.
Well, I mean, in DSQ, you could be gay in Japan, but not in the North American release.
Oh my god. I feel robbed.
It's well known that only the Japanese are gay.
Yeah.
So robbed.
Because I remember Japan also had the only release of, I think it was as early as Back to Nature, where you didn't have to play as a guy. That was a Japan exclusive. It might also have been A Wonderful Life, where you could play as like a female presenting protagonist, and that was Japan exclusive. And I remember being very frustrated about that as a kid.
I'm so upset right now. Why would they? Oh my god, I feel robbed.
Yeah, especially they're making the effort to make a difference. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, when it gets ported over, they're just like, no, I think we're just going to get rid of this, like, big part of the game and just pretend it never existed. And, like, hopefully no one says anything, you know? Like, but, I mean, like, a lot of games that came over, like, that got ported to North America have suffered a lot of, like, censorship. Like Fire Emblem is a really big game that has a lot of censorship in it off the top of my head.
Oh
Yeah.
And then there's also like there was the it was like a really popular mod of an earlier Harvest Moon. Do you guys know about the True Love edition of Friends of Mineral Town?
No, I don't think I do.
No.
Yeah, it was like this really popular mod like before Stardew, like in the 2010s, where like it basically what they did was they swapped the player's gender between the two games, because one game you could play as a girl and romance the guys, and one game you could play as a guy, or something like that. I'm sure I'm slightly incorrect. But they just swapped the gender so you could choose which one and then just be gay. And it was like very, very popular, but it was not official. It was just a mod with a lot of love put into it.
Yeah. Because the recent remakes, it's like Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town now. The recent remakes, you can be gay, which is great because they like kept really to the story, except you can be gay, which is great.
Turns out it's not that hard to let players be gay in video games.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's like such a small addition, like in the settings, but yet.
Especially if you've already made it, and this is a thing, like, this is very not just Stardew Valley anymore, but, like, making, when you've got, like, hey, we've got several sets of romanceable characters, if you've, like, made romanceable guys and romanceable girls, if you're sticking to a binary, which sadly those normally do, but, like, how difficult is it to just unlock it and just be like, yeah, play asexual, it's fine.
It's not hard.
I just want video games to be more gay.
That's what we talk about here.
That's all there is. Oh my god.
I would absolutely love it, like, if one of the upcoming Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons, or, like, even if there was, like, I don't know, another expansion for Stardew Valley, if they would add on the option for, like, more gender neutral terms and pronouns, like even custom pronouns. I've seen games like The Sims as an example, or I think Moonglow Bay also has custom pronouns that you could put in. I can't remember if it's Moonglow Bay. That's another indie game I really want to check out, which I think is also like another small town kind of like slice of life game. It's kind of boxy too from what I remember, and it's like really cute, and there's also queer romance options in it and the ability to romance older characters and also play as an older character as well, which I thought was
romance a MILF.
I'm pretty a gilf.
Oh, gilf. Wow, I don't usually go that far, but you know, I mean, I dig it. We need more love for older characters in video games.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fishing RPG. Okay, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it, and I remember you can choose your pronouns, but I didn't get far into, being able to date anyone, so I'm not sure.
Because I know they've said with Coral Island, which hasn't released yet, but is upcoming, and I'm super excited for. I'm so excited for. Like, I know they've specifically said there'll be queer dating options, and they've specifically said you can pick your pronouns. I don't know if they have options for custom pronouns, but they definitely said they'd have gender neutral pronouns, which is so exciting.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for that. I feel like, especially in a game where there's no voice acting and it's just text based, and it's just a matter of adding like an additional code that's already put there, and all you have to do is swap in and out like the pronouns. Yeah, like, I know you had to edit some of the sentence structures, and it does work. I'm not denying it's work, but the impact that has on like non-binary folks are like even cis people who want to use they them pronouns, like like to have that option there, it's really validating and it feels good.
Yeah, we're definitely getting closer, I feel like, to that.
100%.
Agree.
Being able to play a character that's, rather than like the closest approximation that you feel vaguely comfortable with, or like I don't know if any of you did the thing where you like created a character to kind of roleplay as, but it wasn't you. Other people would create characters that were representing them, whereas you'd be like, oh, I'm making this person and they're like this, or she's like this, or he's like this, and creating a character rather than an approximation of me in the game, because I couldn't create an approximation of me in the game. But like there are more options to do that now.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because like for me, I realized that this wouldn't only be in gaming, but like in general, if there was like a guy character and I was like with my bunch of like, friends who are girls that, no one wanted to be it, but I never mind, being like the guy character, and like would always make my character look more masculine. And I think, I feel like that's kind of related to what you're saying, that you kind of find a way to be a character that might not necessarily be who you identify yourself as, but still, almost like make a character very different from who you are to almost like balance it out, I feel like.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, just go full role play, since it can't be you.
Yeah, no, exactly. I've definitely done that playing through games like Mass Effect or Dragon Age, where I'm like, this is my shepherd, or this is my inquisitor, or whoever I'm playing. I make the choices like I would probably make, but they would also make. And yeah, it's definitely I never thought about that, but yeah. Yeah, I do that. Huh. Now I'm thinking about it.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's something I thought about quite a lot, because like I will quite often, if given a binary option, I will still quite often pick the femme character. And you see a lot of trans people going on and they're like, oh, you know, maybe I should have known because I always picked the character that was like opposite of my assigned gender at birth. And I'm like, I didn't do that. Like, does that make me a bad trans person? Like, obviously it doesn't. That's so silly.
You broke the rules, Foxx.
How dare?
What the heck? There's a blueprint.
There's a blueprint and you have to stick to it.
No, it's funny because as a kid, I would always play as like the boy, like in like Pokemon and just everything. And then as I like figured out my gender as I got older and got more comfortable with it, I feel like I like to play as the girl more. Just so I'm just like, now my character's a hot girl and I love hot girls. And it's like not me. It's just like a character for me to enjoy. But then like if there's romance in it and there's no like gay romance like type thing, then I will play as a dude so I can romance a girl so I can have. So
Yeah,
my
100%.
character's not my girlfriend. I can have an actual girlfriend in the game. Yeah, like in Fire Emblem, I'll be a boy. Except for not in Fire Emblem Three Houses. I mean the earlier ones.
Three Houses is so good.
Yeah, sorry I bring up Fire Emblem in every single episode.
It's okay. I bring up Mass Effect.
That's true. You did manage to bring up Mass
Bring your
Effect.
favorite game.
Whoops.
I would do another Mass Effect episode. So much to talk about. It's also very gay. Oh. But just a segue into Mass Effect as an example. I did play as like the male shepherd because there were a few like romance options that were locked to Mask Shep, like whatever, John Shep or whatever the fuck his name is. They were like locked to him. Like I couldn't smooch Miranda, and I was like, "This is a crime."
I was so mad. I was so mad about that. Miranda's
so
so
mad.
hot.
Yvonne Stravosky, yes. I want to romance the character you portray because Miranda is so fucking cool, and yes.
She's hot.
And also, like, Tally was locked, and I was so... Anyways, I'm gonna go off on a tangent. I can't do this.
It's Mass Effect time with Nyreen again.
No, it's Stardew Valley. But that actually, to come back to Stardew Valley, like that's a nice thing about Stardew Valley, like you mentioned before, Foxx, that there are no romances that are locked. Like you can just romance whoever the heck you want. Like the game is only offers like monogamous options. Right? You can't unless you use a mod.
You can't. There is a great mod. There is a great free love mod, but alas, base game you can't. They get really annoyed at you.
They get really annoyed. I remember the confrontation scene when I was like,
oh no.
If you try to romance all of them.
Yeah, I was like, everyone knows I'm a slut now. I'm the village
There's
slut.
trouble in the village.
Slut farmer. But speaking of like all the like talking about romance options and stuff, I do need to ask, who is everybody's ride or die partner in Stardew Valley? Like who's your boo?
This is such a hard question.
Yeah.
Because like my main longest playthrough, I think, so I was romancing Leah at first. Like, kind of obviously. I feel like she's a lot of people's favorites.
She's the love of my life.
Exactly. And I think someone did like a big old poll on Reddit, and she won by like a huge margin as like people's favorite to romance.
Oh, wow. Okay.
should.
I always thought Abigail was the most popular because she's like the...
Abigail, I think, was
Same.
second.
I would get the impression.
I think top three would like... Is it Leah or Lee?
Leah.
It's Leah.
I think Leah.
Yeah.
So it was
Well, not
Leah
that they
and
say
then
it out loud.
Abigail and then Sebastian, I think, were the top three, who are my personal top three. But I got to the scene where it was one of the heart events, and she starts talking about how she came out to the country because she was in the city and she had this girlfriend and it was going really great. And she realized like she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to settle down. And I was like, I can't do this to her. And so I stopped romancing her because I was like, she just wants to live her best single life. And like, I don't want to take that away from her. Like, I want her to be happy living her best single life out in the woods, like making all the art. So I was like, I will find someone else to romance. You do you, boo.
That's funny because like I always read that part of her character as like she wanted to like be able to live where she wanted and focus on her art, but not that she didn't want a relationship. And like when I marry her, I see it as like she gets to like keep her beautiful like cabin and her art studio that are right next door, and then just like kind of like have someone who actually supports her art,
but also get that beautiful farmer wife.
Yeah, exactly, the big buff farmer wife.
When I started playing Stardew, I was really new into video games in general. Like I actually even played Stardew like before Animal Crossing. Like I only played Animal Crossing, for example, because I heard that it was similar to Stardew. So I feel like I'm in a weird situation that like Stardew was one of like the first video games that I played. And I mean, when I played it, I feel like I did like the really basic pick Sam, but Sam, trustworthy, loyal. That's all I
like
needed.
Sam. He's sweet. He's cute.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm very much, like that's I guess my type, I guess. But now that I'm playing it again with a group of friends, Maru is definitely for me like the one that I'm trying to romance.
Yeah, she's
especially so right, like super cute, and then also for me like nerdy. Like if you have like a nerdy girl, like yes, like
yeah, she's so sweet.
No other option. Aww.
See, I did similarly. So I ended up with Sebastian because he started like talking about D&D and shit, and I was like, hi, hello.
Exactly, right? You resonate.
I just want to marry Robin.
Oh, everyone wants to marry Robin, please.
It's not fair.
Please.
Her and, oh my god, what is Abigail's mom's name? Caroline? Caroline, yeah. We were talking about MILFs earlier. I was just like, Caroline.
Come on, Pierre doesn't treat you well. Come here.
Fuck Pierre, man.
Rescue Caroline.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how like Pierre is like one of the like the Stardew Valley fandoms, like communities, like sworn enemies.
I know.
In the mayor.
Like, more than Jojo Martman.
Because you could defeat Jojo Mallman, but you can't defeat Pierre. He's still going to be behind the counter serving you. You got to go buy your seeds from him. It's like a walk of shame every time you go in there. Like, I have no other choices. You know?
Oh my god.
I didn't even realize people hated Pierre until I started streaming like my co-op game. Like that I play with a couple friends on stream, and then like my chat all the time would just be like, yo, fuck Pierre, all my homies hate Pierre. And I was like, wait, what did he do? I didn't play this game enough to know why we hate this guy.
It's funny, I'm in the same position. Like until I started streaming, I'm like, wait, what's happening?
And now I hate him too, just because my chat was like so aggressive about it. I'm like, yeah, I hate that guy.
Contagious.
Fucking Pierre.
Oh my god.
Nyreen, who's your favorite romanceable character?
Did Cody go?
Leah. I could talk about Leah for as long as I want. I'm scared of what you're about to say. I'm scared of what you're gonna say. I have an idea of it.
Okay, guess.
Just say it. No.
Who do you
I don't want to guess.
No,
It'll be insulting if I'm wrong.
I mean, I know, because I struggled Okay, so when I first played Stardew Valley was when it first came out. So this was 6 years
10
ago.
years ago.
So that would make it a little bit better, to be fair. I mean, I was a little bit too old and I knew better. But, like, so I was 23 and I wasn't in a great relationship. So I chose the fixer-upper.
I knew it.
Nyreen, come on. Okay, listen. When I used to date men, okay, I had no standards. I mean, cis white men. I don't do that anymore. I'm okay. I've learned. Okay, there's nothing we're fixing. All right, and I'm calling myself out. Okay.
How did I know you were gonna say shame?
I hate it so much. So
you saw them magical blue chickens.
Yeah, he sold me on the chickens. I was like, this is a sensitive man. And then, I find him like, I find his story like really, I have a lot of sympathy for the character, and I think it's like,
I just don't want to date him.
Yeah, he's a good character, but I would not marry that man. Oh my god.
That is
too much self-love for that.
That's totally fair.
I want him to be happy, but I'm not gonna help him be happy.
No, that's fair. He's a really good friend in the game and everything, but I was like, I can fix him.
Is he still miserable after you get married?
Yes! I was like, I can fix him after he's like face down on the side of the cliff. I was like, I could do something there, you know?
Oh
This man doesn't need a lot of therapy. He just needs
a lot of fucking therapy, yeah.
So much. I don't think Harvey's the one. I think they need like an actual therapist.
Oh God.
To Shane.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I romanced Shane the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I went for Elliot. And because he's a cheesy, sentimental fool that reads me poetry.
After hearing all of Shane's drama, you know, you need that poetry.
I love how different our taste is, Nyreen. It's so funny. The second he read me poetry, I was like, okay, I'm done talking to this guy.
I'm gonna tell you right now that, like, the only time I ever got poetry in person was when I was 14 years old from my boyfriend at the time, and I wanted to puke. I fucking hated it. But a fictional character, that's my shit. Thank you. You know? It's like, you know Liliana in Dragon Age Origins?
Yeah.
She starts serenading you with a song, and I was like, I'm in love with you. Like, I like hopeless romantic types because I'm They also had a problem with thinking that they could fix people. But anyways.
You were just calling yourself out today.
We're really doing a deep dive on Nyreen
we're
today.
just listening. And
I have an important question.
Yes.
Did you divorce them or did you just leave them in abandoned save files?
Just an abandoned save file. I don't even know what abandoned save file. Like, they're, because I own Stardew Valley on like my Switch, Xbox, and my computer, so they're somewhere. They're somewhere.
Just forgotten.
They're waiting for me to come back, but I'm not. Because now I want to romance Abigail.
We love a sword bisexual.
Yes. She's cute.
She is
no,
cute.
Abigail is
I
very
love
cute.
her. And all she wants is just pretty rocks.
Yeah. Oh my
Like,
god,
give
I
me a
forgot
pretty
that she
purple rock,
eats rocks.
and I will fall in love with you.
She does eat rocks, yeah.
Does eat rocks, yeah. You know what's really fucked up is like...
Do you also eat rocks? Is that what we're about to learn?
No, I don't eat rocks. Don't worry. Shh, don't tell him. No, when I was romancing Shane, I knew he was an alcoholic, but I would give him beer every day.
Oh my god, same.
Just making the problem worse.
Yeah, no, why?
It's terrible. It's the easiest way to raise, because they're always in the bar. You could just buy it and give it to them and go out, and then hearts all the way up.
Oh, that's what I do with
terrible.
Leah and salads. I spend all my money on salads for her.
Hi, Leah, my beautiful, my beloved. Have your daily salad.
Exactly.
I love you.
And she, you know, it works.
It does.
She's honestly very similar to my girlfriend, but I did romance her before I met my girlfriend, like the first time I played Stardew.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love
It's
that.
just definitely
Aw.
my type. But I don't know. She's so sweet and love an artist and just like a very sweet gay, but like stands up for themselves type of person. And literally my first time playing Stardew, I played it. I met Leah. I like basically unofficially speed ran marrying her, married her, and then stopped playing the game until this co-op file that I need to get back on it with stream. But we have a feral farm on my stream, and
It's so funny. I die laughing at every single time.
it's such a
Oh
it's
my
such a mess.
god.
But I like also speed ran romancing Leah in that, and no one else on neither of my farmers romanced anyone. So now we just have like Leah living in my house, and they're just like still working. And I don't know, I'm the CEO of Feral Farm, so you know I'm like the kind of the face of the operation, and they take care of the farming and the mining and stuff, and I like go flirt with Leah and spend all our money on salads. And now she's my wife, so I continue to flirt with her and spend all my money on salads. We do have joint money. So.
Oh my god.
That's so silly.
I gotta find a clip to show you guys later. We did a whole big proposal scene in the bar.
Aww.
It was great. We did a seance for it. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with her. She's perfect. You help her put on an art show, and it's
that's
really
so cute.
yeah.
Aw.
And she like sculpts in your yard
Oh,
after you marry her.
oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
And you get to keep it and put it in your house. It's really sweet.
Yeah, she makes you a sculpture like about her love for you. It's
Aw.
it's gay as
so
hell.
cute.
Yeah, she's super gay. I also just love that she like I played the game like knowing nothing about it when it first came out, and I knew you could just like be gay or whatever. But then when she referenced having like an ex like girlfriend, basically, I was so shook in like the best way.
That was such a huge moment for me.
So if you play as like the mask farmer, she's canonically like bi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's not just player sexual, like she's actually gay. It made me so happy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it swapped, like if you played as the mask character, if she would say ex-boyfriend, or if she was like canonically bisexual or bi or pan.
Yeah. No, she's always queer, which I love. And also in her like first her 2 Heart event is like you're allowed to be a creep and say, "May I have a kiss?" to her before you even know her. And if you're a dude, she punches you and kicks you out, and that's the end of the scene. And if you're a girl, she goes, "Oh, you're me too. That's good to know." And then she'll hit you with her hammer and kick you out anyway.
Oh my god.
even if you creep her. But you know, if you do that, you can never see her 8 Heart event. Like she is super creeped out by it regardless, but she's still excited to find out you're gay. If you're gay when you creep her out.
There is another gay in the village.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god. But please don't ever say that to me again. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Because I know there's a couple of the masculine characters where if you are the masculine farmer as well, they have lines about coming out when you're romancing them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
It's not like a big thing. It's not the whole scene, but they have like lines about like, oh, it was a bit difficult to tell someone or something, which I think is super, super sweet.
Wow, I love Stardew. What a good game.
So great.
Like actually gay characters, or like queer characters, not just like I'm attracted to player because they are player.
Yes.
I need to play Stardew Valley more. I haven't played it for a while. I think I want to do like a co-op farm and then try to
Co-op
like
is so
stick to
fun.
it, you know? Because that's the problem with me. It's like I start a co-op farm and then I go ham on it for a while and then I just like stop playing it.
Yeah.
Like I stop.
I find games like Stardew and Animal Crossing to be like, honestly, to be honest, both boring and overwhelming at the same time. So I never last too long. Like that's why I'd like just married Leah and then immediately stopped playing for years. But playing co-op like was such a game changer. Like it's so like the chaos of it, the fact that you can't think about what you're doing too much and like get overwhelmed looking like Googling things on the wiki and stuff, because like time doesn't stop moving when you pause the game. Like it actually makes it so fun. You just gotta like actually be in the moment and like play it. I feel like the way that many people who enjoy it are actually play it, which is like never how I really played it at first. So and also it's just like the camaraderie of like having a farm together, and the co-op is so perfect. I don't know.
I really, really enjoy the co-op.
Yeah, it's funny because for me, when I played co-op, I realized how laid back I played originally because I never watched the TV at all. And apparently...
The Queen of Sauce, Spears.
No, see, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, you know what? Like, luck is what you make the best of it. Like, luck is just, you know... like... You just have to make the best of your day, you know, but like that's how I would play the game.
I love that.
When I streamed it, everyone's like, wait, you're not watching the TV? Wait, what about your luck? Wait, you're skipping all the recipes? And I'm like, oh no.
They do reruns, it's fine.
You learn recipes from the TV?
Queen of Sauce.
The Queen of Sauce.
I never watched. I'm with Fierce. The only
new recipes
time,
on Wednesdays.
the only thing I ever checked on the TV was the weather because I wanted to know if I had to fucking water my plants.
I always
water in my crop.
I speed run to sprinklers
Oh my
as
God, me
quick
too.
as
I
I
can't.
possibly
Oh, no,
can.
I agree.
because I
Same.
just-
No, you just gotta get a friend who never leaves the farm except to buy seeds once a season. And then they'll do all the farming for
And then
you.
you're
And then
fine.
you spend all the money on salads for Leah.
You know what? Actually, that just triggered a memory from one of my co-op farms that I had with like a few friends, and like I never once fucking watered that field. I planted shit, and
Oh my
and we
God,
shared
I
money,
love that.
so like I would harvest shit and sell it.
Nyreen, we're so similar. We're
But
so
I
similar.
never fucking watered it because I fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. You know, like I will let my crops, like if there's 3 days left in a month and my crops have the chance to bloom once again, but I'm so fucking done with the month, I will let my crops die.
Oh, see, I
That's awful.
I have the like crippling need to min-max, so I physically cannot do that.
Same.
You're
like,
saying that if I start a co-op farm, Fierce and you should be on my co-op.
I would water the plants religiously.
Cody, you want to be on the farm? You can just go.
Oh, hell yeah. Give me a third game file to romance Leah and I'm there. That's all I do. I will never romance anyone. I'm that like annoying gamer who like replays a game and always romances the same person.
No, you can have Leah. I won't romance Leah.
Yeah, I refuse to have new experiences. I will just continue romancing the same character every time I play a game.
Yeah. That,
I'm very
you don't
loyal.
say.
Yeah, no, I'd never do that with like Edelgard or Makoto from
No.
Persona 5
Never.
or Leah.
Never.
Yeah, you could have Leah. It's okay.
Oh, thanks.
My last solo farm, I think I'd gotten to the bottom of the main mines by the end of spring because I was like, I am not dealing with this watering can. I'm not doing it. I'm just getting the stuff for quality sprinklers as quickly as I can and then never watering again.
I'm exactly the same as you, Foxx. Like, yes.
So is that like everybody's like okay, if there's something in Stardew Valley that you enjoy the least?
Oh, okay. It isn't my least, but I know it's a lot of people's. The fishing mini game.
I love fishing.
Love the fishing. Yeah.
I will fish all fucking day.
That's the one
love
thing
this.
I do on my co-op farm is I am the main fisher. You know, MILF. MILF stands for man, I love fishing.
Well, I'm kind of neutral. Like, I don't hate it as much, but like, if no one wants to do it in like a co-op farm, I'm okay doing it, I guess.
You'll do it. Because it's
Take one for the
it's
team.
one of the most popular mods. Is to remove the fishing mini game. Yeah.
It's fucking
It is
hilarious.
needlessly hard at the beginning.
At the beginning, it's
Yeah.
so hard.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. And like, I get fucking pissed.
But I do
get
like...
so
okay, me
annoyed.
too. Me too.
I get one of those fish, and I'm like, you motherfucker, and I'm like, I'm like trying so hard to get it, and then it does that weird like goes up and down. I'm like, you a fucker,
my
and I
God.
lose it.
Please. Or you
Yeah.
got to the top and it starts bouncing and gets stuck and then it shoots down. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, definitely some good gamer rage in the fishing game.
Once you get
Yeah.
the laws, the quality of life is just so much better.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's not till like, is it like fishing level 7 or something you get the laws?
Ooh,
Makes
I
me
can't
angry.
remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love the lobster traps. What is it? Lobster traps?
Oh, the crab parts.
crab pots. Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. But I love the fishing. I will just chill, especially in the rain.
Just sitting
Yeah.
peacefully fishing. It's all
Once
good.
you level it up a bit and get some decent gear, I love to just like fish for an entire
but
day.
it's
Yeah,
much
for
more
sure.
peaceful rather than like.
But at the beginning, it
absolutely rage-inducing.
sucks. It really does suck in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's so hard.
The fishing's annoying, but I think me it's watering because I just like
Really?
I just find it exhausting.
Especially at the beginning when you're like, I'm going to make so much money and you plant loads of stuff and you've got to water it individually one at a time. And then by the time you've finished,
Takes all your energy too.
you've got basically no energy. So you're like, well, I want to do other things, but I can't.
Yeah, and although that's another great thing about co-op, that like you can
Yeah.
like take a nap almost if everyone else is awake. And
Yeah.
that's like such like, because that's how in my current co-op farm with some friends, like that's how we do it, that like if we have a, because one of my friends just bought like all the potatoes they could. Like,
Oh no.
no, it was like a mess. But hey, the good thing is that like, say if it pretty much used all of our energy, we could all take a nap and then, you know, still go on with our day. So it kind of balanced it out, I guess.
Yeah, and also just like more people with more energy to like water and plant stuff, I think makes it.
Exactly.
That's another reason I like co-op more.
Yeah, like if mining is not your thing, if you don't like combat, someone else can go off to the mines and go kill slimes all day and come back, and you can be like, cool, I can actually make things now.
I will literally, there's so many things in Stardew Valley where I can just sit at my computer or in my bed with my Switch or whatever, and I could just completely disassociate for hours.
Oh my god, same.
Like
Same.
hours into that game, like mining or fishing.
Stardew Valley is very much one more day. One more day.
Yeah, and the next
I
thing you know, it's the end of
One
the
more
month and
day.
it's 3 a.m. You're like, uh-oh.
Yep. Oh my god. You can't see anymore because you've been staring at the screen for 6 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, where am I? Running your poor farmer ragged, going till like 2 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
I mean, if they wanted to go to sleep earlier, they should pass out sooner.
Who is your favorite non-romanceable NPC?
I'm very fond of Linus.
Oh, I think me too.
I think he's such a sweetie, and he makes me really happy. And like, I always feel like when I start up and you save one of like, because I'll quite often be going to the mine, so I always like give him something I forage because he really likes those. Because I'm like, please, I promise I'm nice. Like, I love you, Linus.
I love Linus.
I think I'd pick Linus as well. And especially, like, I don't know about you all, but, like, I'm always looking at all the trash cans. Like,
Oh my god, same.
like, if you think about it, like, whatever food you find there, it's just gonna go to waste. So, I don't know.
Exactly.
We're just being eco-friendly here. So, no, I love Linus. Like, yes, he gets me. He doesn't judge me if I look into the trash can.
Dumpster diving
apparently-
is a good thing.
It's very good. Who's throwing out all that fresh bread?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Exactly.
It can only happen one day a year, I think, because of the pathing. But if you dumpster dive in front of Linus, you actually get a friendship boost, unlike all the other villagers where it puts the friendship down.
Know that.
I love
so
that.
Sweet. I love that. Yeah.
But
he's a
yeah, I love
sweetie.
Robin.
I respect that.
Yeah. She's like
Yeah.
she's like super cool. Like she just kicks ass. She does her own thing. She runs her own business, you know?
Builds you shit.
Yeah.
She
great.
just stands there for like 3 full days, smacking a full ass hammer into some timber.
And then you have like a whole new building on your farm. What a queen.
Absolute queen.
Aw.
And Krobus, hell yeah.
Oh my god, I love Krobus.
My little sewer
They're so
baby.
cute. I love that you can ask Krobus to move onto your farm.
Yes.
So cute. I love their
Hello, my little sewer roommate. I love you.
The character design is just like too good. Too good on
It is
Krobus.
very cute.
Evelyn's really sweet.
I was gonna say I'm a big George and Evelyn fan. I really like
such
George.
an ass, but he's like the good kind of ass.
I know, and he's just like old and sad, and then you're like nice to him, and I don't know.
It's like, oh, you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just like they remind me when they made the update that you could like buy a better house for Pam. Like that was such a good update. I don't know if you knew about that.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh, I
I
heard
didn't know
about that,
about
but I've
that.
not done it yet.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and like it kind of reminds me just you saying like I don't know, at some point it feels weird that like you're making all of this money and then you have so many people in the farm that like
You are
like
just
Pam, right?
completely destabilizing the entire economy, and I don't know how.
You kick out Jojo Mart, but then I guess you kind of become the new Jojo Mart because you're just like a
Right?
billionaire asshole.
You're just bankrolling all of Pelican Town.
Yeah, you could buy the town like 10 times over.
I know, it's like so weird. So I'm glad they added that update with Pam because it's like, well, at least you can help Pam a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so curious where the money comes from, like, because it can't all be you give it to Pierre and then Pierre sells it to the townspeople. Because, like,
don't know,
they
Pierre's-
can't
we don't know what
afford
he's
my
up
Iridium
to.
quality ancient fruit wine. They can't.
He's
Let's
like
be real.
shifty.
So
Shifty
they
little
and he
bastard.
marks it up. You know he marks it up.
More random Pierre hate.
No, legitimately, this is canon. No, this is canon. There's an event on the new bulletin board where you have to get a certain number of gold star fruit to Pierre by the end of the month. And if you manage it, there's a cutscene where he tries to sell, it's like 28 quality fruit and veggies for like 20k, 20k or something to just random villagers. And they'll go, what are you doing? No, I can't afford that. Why are you selling me this fruit for so much money? And you get to go up and call him an ass to his face.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Even Concerned Ape is like, yeah, fuck Pierre.
Concerned Ape saw all the Pierre hate and was like, yeah, I can roll with this.
He's a shifty little shit. You know, like, I mean, he does not look like a man you could trust.
Do you remember, oh gosh, is it One from the Harvest Moon games who tries to sell you just a regular apple, but it's like...
For like 50k or something. Like, he comes to your house and he's like, hey, you want to buy an apple? It's like...
Do you want to buy an apple? This is the... And then he gives you an acronym and it's like the amazingly awesome, super good apple. Pierre kind of reminds me of that. He has that energy.
Yeah. I wonder if like the convenience store like is just a front, and that's why you make so much money.
I think it's a front.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's secretly laundering money.
Yeah, he's secretly laundering money in the back.
Is that why he's got that weird altar in the back?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that referenced? Have I just missed where it's referenced in the game?
No, I'm just shitposting.
No, because like in Pierre's house in the back, there's like a little...
I don't actually remember if there's anything that's ever said about that. Like, I think it's just like, I don't know, Caroline does her aerobic shit in there.
Like, yeah, because I don't know if that's like the chapel for like the in-game religion, or if... Like, because I don't think it's ever mentioned. Oh my god,
do you think Pierre runs a fucking, like, cult? Like a religious cult, and that's where the money goes? What are the fan theories?
I don't know.
What's happening?
Oh my god. Yeah, you
popular
shifty
fan theories. I know the wizard being Abigail's father. Jazz's father is a really big fan theory.
Yeah. Who's Lizard? Oh, Wizard. I thought you said lizard.
I mean, I don't know.
Damn, what did I miss in this game?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, are we playing the same game?
The lizard.
This is the end game content.
I'm looking at a list of fan theories right now. The wizard's daughter. Yeah, there's that. Gunther is a ghost. Who's Gunther?
Gunther's the one in the Mineral Museum.
Oh,
which always amuses me because you never see him go. Everyone else who runs somewhere, you see them around town. They have their own storyline. Gunther's just there.
That's true.
He literally does nothing.
Like, where does Gunther sleep?
He doesn't sleep.
He's a ghost.
Dead. Yeah.
I'm buying it.
Fan theory confirmed.
Yeah, I'm buying it too.
That's so weird. Here, I'm gonna link this in here. It's the fan theories. Linus founded JoJo Mart. What?
Oh my god, what?
Okay, the theory here is that Linus is secretly super rich from being one of the founders of JoJo Mart alongside Morris, but because of the guilt and shame of opening an evil corporation, he left his life to live in the wilderness. After becoming friends with Linus, he tells the player multiple times that the reason he lives in a tent is that he wants to. It's his own choice. His self-seclusion is because he likes to be at one with nature and that he wishes the townsfolk would accept that. But even in his squalor, oh my god, this is so fucking dramatic. Even in his squalor, fans have spotted that Linus can offer players money for certain items, sometimes offering thousands. So where is he getting that money from? The theory says that this money is what's left from when he owned JoJo Mart. This is where the theory comes from, and I think it's a fun one. I've never heard that. Dragons are real. I mean, yeah, that's believable. Your grandpa hosts the TV cooking show.
Aw, that's cute.
Oh, yeah, that's very cute.
Yeah, maybe Pierre has a cult. I'm gonna Google that too. It's an altar of Yoba. Who the fuck is Yoba?
Is Yoba like a nature goddess?
Yoba is an ancient...
harvest goddess.
Oh, yeah. It's an ancient guardian deity. In Stardew Valley, Yoba is referenced multiple times throughout the game by different characters. There's also a shrine that Yoba found in the lower right corner of Pierre's general store, where you occasionally will find different characters paying their respects to the deity. Fuck that word. Anyways. Oh, that's why there's like... In the cutscene of your grandpa, there's like that weird little... Looks like a little dude with his hands waving in the air, but it's a cross. It's supposed to be like the cross of like this god. It looks like a little stick dude.
Oh, I did not know that.
And it's also in Harvey's clinic in a frame, and it's also in Lewis's bedroom. My God, is there a cult?
Oh dear.
Carolyn says it was the previous owners who built the altar, and we aren't religious, but we let the other townsfolk use it if they want. Wait, so someone else owned... Who owned the convenience store before Pierre?
Nyreen's going deep right now. There's going to be like a spiral after this recording.
I want to know.
They're going to stay up all night.
You know that meme with the like strings on the board?
That's me.
Yeah.
Nyreen and Stardew Valley theories. So my theory now is that Pierre and Caroline murdered the previous tenants of the convenience store.
Dear Lord.
This is escalating.
And they ate them because they're cannibals.
What the hell, man?
Wait, what?
The store is a front so that they could cannibalize people. That's it. That's my theory. And they get their money. They get their money from selling the vegetables. But underneath the vegetables are human organs that they sell to other cannibals. That's my fan theory.
What do you mean under the vegetable?
Like, they take the vegetables from you and, like, they pay you, but, like, they use it to hide body parts
So they use
underneath.
it to smuggle. So when they're going through customs, they're like, no, officer, it's just a box of vegetables.
How's no one smelling the human organs? What about the odor?
They refrigerate it with spells. I don't know, there's magic in that game.
They do magic now?
Isn't there
Are
magic?
they
There's a
blackmailing
wizard.
the wizard so that they don't know that Abigail's actually
I don't know if this
daughter,
is holding
that they're
water,
blackmailing.
y'all.
There's fairies and witches. I feel like they could freeze, like, the meat in time so it doesn't go... Is this too morbid?
Silence.
You wait until now to ask that.
completely different thing. But you know how in the skull caverns when you go down you get to the prehistoric
Foxx
floors.
just like, I'm gonna just change the subject really quick.
I was like, I'm just gonna save us. You know how in the skull caverns when you go down you get to the prehistoric floors
Yeah.
and there are dinosaurs
Yeah.
and you can like get
yeah.
dinosaur eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a when you go down you travel back in time, or is that when you go down like the dinosaurs just like never died out down there?
That's where they live.
That's just where they live.
Oh, yeah, because there's, like those
Nessie.
flying dragons and weird
that's
dragon
true.
things and shit. Yeah, I
That's
forgot
true.
about those.
Oh my
They're
god.
so
That is true.
Especially when you got, like,
But
three coming
when I
at
first
you.
went into Skull Cavern, and I was like, oh, there'll be some like worse slimes and more dangerous bats, and then the dragons just fly at your face and chase you around. I never wanted to leave so quickly. So upset.
Oh my god.
I have an important question for everyone. What do you do personally? Like, I'm not asking for advice. I'm asking for what you personally do with Lewis's shorts. Well,
I like to put it in. What is that event where you gotta like put your best crops in the box?
yeah, same.
Like,
the
the
Grange
Oh,
display.
yeah, at the fair. I like
Every year,
to put them in
baby.
there. Yeah.
He's like, this is awful. Bribes you. You don't give them to him. Then you whip them out again next year and put them in the display.
Yeah.
And the same
Just
thing
keep
happens.
re-traumatizing that man.
I never give them to him. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you're good.
No, same. I think that's what I did. Like when I first played. Like, you know what? Like that was your problem. Like I'm just not gonna give them back.
Why couldn't you just go ask Marnie?
Right?
Like, communicate, maybe.
Exactly.
Isn't that weird? Like you gotta. Maybe that's their thing. Maybe they're into that. They get a third party involved.
Oh my god.
So you gotta get their shorts because, like, in what world two adults that are hooking up with each other, one of them regularly hooking up with each other, right? Like, even if they're trying not to let people know because of appearance's sake, why would they tell you? Because you're going to put two and two together. When I saw those purple shorts in her room, I was like, I gotta befriend Marnie because, I mean, like, she's fucking the mayor and I need those shorts. Like,
It's just like, why? Because, like, if he has the time to go there and accidentally forget his shorts while they're hanging out, why can't he get
Exactly.
yeah, like,
You can just go.
he's like a 50-year-old man.
I reckon it is. I reckon they're trying to like involve you in their thing.
Are they swingers?
Oh, no.
Because isn't there a thing where you can, I saw this on someone else's stream, I haven't seen it, but like, you can like go past a bush and they jump out all scared and run away.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Do they have a
Like,
thing for
late
in
at night?
public things?
So I think
allowed.
they've got an exhibition thing.
Is it voyeurism? Exhibition.
That's exhibitionism.
What is voyeurism?
It's liking
When
watching.
you're watching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand. They're very compatible.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Let's not explore that theory. I'm okay.
Are you saying this is not a sex positive podcast?
It is a sex positive
Nyreen.
podcast.
Wow, Nyreen.
I just don't think that's consensual if they're not, like, asking. If they're not asking people. Fucking Mayor Lewis.
Oh, God damn it.
I mean, good for them.
I'm glad they're having a good time. They just gotta ask the farmer first.
Agreed.
Yeah, they just have to ask me. Give me the option. But yes, I put it in the display so the entire town can see.
Yep.
And then they wonder why the farmer has Mayor Lewis's short.
Leave it to their imagination.
They're like, every single year, I don't know why he bothers to bribe them, because we've all seen it by the time he bribes them.
Five years in a row, and he's still paying them for this one pair of underwear that we've all seen.
You're married, you've had kids, your
he
kids have
asks-
seen it. It's like a family tradition at this point.
You'll pass
Daddy's
them
gonna go
down
put
for
the underwear in the
generations.
bin.
You will carry this legacy on long after Lewis and your parents are dead.
Yeah.
No one will know why, but at the village fair every year there will be the parading of the shorts, and no one will know why. But it will still happen.
A tradition lost to time.
I know you could also put it in the soup.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
God, I didn't know that.
Nasty.
And the judge guy eats and he's like, what is this?
So nasty.
He's super pissed.
Mayor Lewis's unwashed stanky shorts.
They marinated it. I don't know. Like,
That's the other thing, though, is they could be in Marnie's room, visible, out on the floor for months.
oh no, stop.
Why did
That's
she
true.
just leave them on the floor?
I don't know. Maybe she likes
Marnie,
them nasty
please.
too. When she's lonely, it reminds her of him.
Oh my god.
I don't
Please.
know.
Spending a large portion of this podcast talking about Lewis and Marnie's sex life.
It's what they would have wanted.
I mean, it's canon. It's part of Stardew Valley, like history.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It really
Yeah.
is.
Unavoidable.
Can you do other things with the underwear? I know there's a soup and I know there's a box, but what about
I think that's it.
you can wear them? You can wear
What?
You can wear them.
Wait, how did I not know
You
that?
can wear them. That's the fourth thing you could do with them. If Lewis sees the player wearing his shorts, he'll leap up in surprise before expressing annoyance. Marnie, on the other hand, will be a bit more receptive to the player's choice in fashion by giggling. Other than that, there isn't any new dialogue or unique rewards. The shorts can still be used for any of the previously mentioned secrets, or can just be handed back to Mayor Lewis for the usual 750 gold reward.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
I had no idea you could wear them for some reason.
That's really I never thought about doing that. That's fucking funny. Also, when you put them in the potluck soup, it's noted that the soup has a tangy flavor.
A what?
A tangy flavor.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
You're
No.
welcome.
I love how Concerned Ape was like, I know that video game players are just goblins, so I will give them the option to be goblins.
Really let us do, the most.
Yeah, because you can terrorize other characters too, you know, like You can be a real shit in that game to a lot of people. Like, to everyone. I think at some point there's sassy conversation options.
Oh my god, speaking of sassy, Leah is my wife, but I forgot to bring up how much I love Haley.
I fucking love Haley so much. I love her so much.
I've had so many people say how much they love Haley, and I have never, gotten past those couple initial hearts. Can you tell me what you love so much about Haley?
I need to know as well.
Oh, I mean, I like mean pretty girls. I haven't actually gotten that far with her either. I like that she's an asshole to you.
Yeah.
I'm just a lesbian.
I got to know her a bit because at one point I couldn't decide who I wanted to romance. So I was building everyone's relationships just to see how it panned out. Even Alex and that. And Haley is actually really sweet, and she's creative.
She's really sweet,
and she's super into photography. There's a cut scene where she talks about being really into photography, and I'm trying to remember other scenes, but I can't.
I think isn't there a date where you go and take photos of cows together or something?
I think so. Yeah,
that sounds.
There's
cute.
also a date where you go over and you help her with something because I think she's not feeling well. I can't fucking remember, but she's sweet, and I love the typical super girly, feminine, unashamed of being super feminine and girly, mean girl kind of trope.
Same. I'm just masked for femme. That's all it really is. It's not complicated over here.
Especially for me, if I visit her house, I just immediately would go to Emily instead.
Oh, I love Emily too. Emily's
I like
so
Emily,
sweet.
but not as much as Haley. I like Emily as a friend, but no, she's sweet. I like her and her parrots.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the parrots. And there's also that whole tripping scene, which was
oh my god, yeah, that's so
about
fun.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know. I don't think this is just you dancing. I think you gave me something.
I know.
Emily just hooked you up. It's fine.
I don't remember. Did she give you a drink during that scene or anything? Or do you just come in and you're supposed to be hypnotized by her dance?
So mesmerized.
You enter Emily's room. She tells you that she is excited to show you her secret hobby that she was working on for a long time. She'll then proceed to turn on her stereo and begin dancing for you. After the lights and music end, it will ask you what you thought of the performance. You have 3 choices. Choice 1 is, that was amazing. Choice 2 is, that was embarrassing. Choice 3 is, say nothing and do a slow clap, which has the same, plus 25 as, saying that was amazing.
Good.
I don't think she gives you a drink or anything. I guess you're just mesmerized by her beauty.
She's just that mesmerizing.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember that scene and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I was also very confused.
Yeah. I'm going to assume everybody chooses a cat when they play Stardew Valley.
Yes.
Yes. Although I will say when I first played it, I did pick a dog because actually I got into cats relatively recently when I first adopted them. So only recently cats.
When I first started playing, I had a dog, so I picked the dog. But my most recent playthrough, I downloaded a mod so that I could make my cat look like my cat.
Oh.
You can also edit the collars as well, which is really cute to give them personalized
cute.
collars. But yeah, and then you can also have multi-pet mods.
I love that.
So if you've got 2 cats, you can have 2 cats.
I would love to have a cat and a dog or another cat in the game. That would be amazing. You can't have too much.
Mods are just magic. Do any of you play with mods?
I actually don't.
I haven't, but there's a couple mods I would like to test out, especially since I'm planning to pick up Stardew Valley again on PC. This has to be one of my favorite mods that I've ever seen.
Is it one of the grandpa ones?
No. It turns everybody into a straw.
Excuse me.
It's the Stardew Valley.
Oh my god, Stardew.
What the fuck, dude?
Linus still has the beard.
Yeah, and Harvey has a mustache.
Oh,
Please.
my god.
That's so funny.
I have no words, actually.
Lewis
No,
has
I
the
actually
hat.
hate it. This is cursed. Oh, I don't like
You
it.
can still romance them too.
That doesn't make it better.
Because there's also the all Pams mod where it just turns everyone into
What?
No.
Oh my god.
This is my favorite mod. Here we go. It's turning Grandpa's bed into a ping pong table.
Oh my god.
All my favorite mods are the Grandpa's bed ones.
It's amazing.
I just saw the picture with fucking
You can
George
make Grandpa
and
the
Evelyn.
bed. You can also make him the bed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Wow, whoever did the ping pong table one really knew like how to draw George and Evelyn. Like it looks like
It's art.
it looks
it's really
like
art.
it's part of the game. Like
Really talented people mod this game. I really mean that.
Oh, it's so good.
I love in the grandpa is the bed, the description is just he became bad. Like that's all you have to know.
That's all you need to say.
Short and sweet. Oh my god.
But I would love to hear what mods y'all like, because I don't play with any, and I'm very curious about them.
oh my god.
Yeah, because for me, like when I first played Stardew, it was on Switch, and actually only recently because of crowd control and me being like, oh, I could just play Stardew with crowd control. Did I started actually using mods? So I feel like I don't know that many. I think the main ones that I've downloaded is just like quality of life, like the
Oh my God,
one in
yes.
which, right? Like the one that you can see where the NPCs are in the map. Like I can't
so
believe that's
useful.
Oh, that
right?
sounds incredible.
So useful. You go, where is this person? And you can just look on the map rather than like, because what I used to do is just open the wiki and look up where they were. So
Exactly.
it just shortcuts that. Yeah, mine are, most of the ones I use are like quality of life / slightly making the game easier because it's a chilled single player one. It's not like I care about cheating. So like grass survives the winter, that sort of thing. Or like, I love chests anywhere. Chests anywhere is amazing, which means you can access any chest from any other chest.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
It's so good. So you can like have chests where you might, so I have one outside Robin's place, for example. So when I need to build something, I don't need
That's
to carry all the stone
awesome.
and sticks with me. I just like go to the chest and then pick it up. And I have like one outside the community center for stuff that needs to be put in there, but I can put it into that chest from the farm. It's just, it's one of my favorites.
That sounds like a real
That sounds
game
super
changer.
convenient. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also really like no friendship decay because it means that if you don't chat to someone for a long period of time, your friendship doesn't go down.
Oh, that's nice.
Just is very nice. One I do really want to try is Stardew Expanded though.
That seems awesome.
Yes, I've heard really good
looks-
things about that.
So good. It's like new areas of the map and like new relationships and new like full new people.
I know, like honestly, it's like incredible, like the people that do mods. Like, I
isn't
just
it?
like, especially for that one, the expansion. Like, I've never played it, but I've seen people streaming it. Like, it's a completely new game almost. Like, it's wild. It's wild.
It's really,
For
really wild what
free.
modders do. Yeah.
For free.
I
Like just out of
found-
love of a game to do something like that. It's-
Yeah, like it's amazing. I just found like an anime mod, but for some reason all the bachelorettes are in bikinis and the bachelors aren't.
The first time I was introduced to mods was because a friend of mine was playing with, they had the polyamorous mod on and they had one that like made the boobs bigger and all the spray.
Oh no.
Stop.
She just
She knew what she
just wanted that tibby.
Oh wow, I really
I'm trying
like
to
the art
find
in
it
this
now on
one.
the website. I'm looking at booby and boob, but it's not showing up. Tits?
Just regular Nyreen searches.
Yeah. Well, it's not on Google. It's on the Nexus mods. I don't know. Big boobs.
I can
Stardew
ask this
Valley.
friend where I can hook you up.
Research
I'm
purposes.
getting an explicit warning from Google saying safe search is off. You might see nudity, sexual content, or other.
Just like
What is this? A Reddit thread? The only
I sure hope it does.
The only boobs you'll see in game? Oh, it's someone getting a total of boobs. What is this? Maru bigger boobs on Nexus mobs. Oh, adult content.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's fine. What, I can't see it? Oh, I have to make an account. I don't want to make an account. Busty Farmer. Is that for you? It's just titties.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They're coming out of their chin.
Oh my god, all of this is unhinged.
Someone's like,
Oh my god.
hey, I'm very glad you tagged this, but I thought I should comment and mention that this isn't flagged as adult content. I have my profile set to hide adult content. I figured it was worth mentioning in case it was an oversight on your part. Thanks. And then the owner replied, how is this adult content? She's just being chested. Someone commented, like, no clothes version? Oh my
Male
god.
equivalent.
It's Stardew Valley. You know what? I can't even be surprised.
I love it. There's mods out there for everyone.
There really is.
Anyways, my favorite mod is the straw.
Stop. I don't like it.
I love it. It's so weird.
Who did that?
iGenius.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Do you know what
I
this
love
game
it.
needs? More straws.
Yeah.
Most games need more straws.
But yeah, if you want to have a more accurate representation of your pet in game, because like the dogs as well, there's not a lot of variety. There's L's cats replacements and L's dogs replacements, and they like fully change the shape of the cat. So like you've got fluffy cat varieties, and then like the dogs have different breeds and different colors within the breed. Oh, it's so cute.
I love the cottagecore stuff too.
Because there's ones to like there's a lot of like recolor / redesign mods as well.
Yeah, like my friend's game is all pastel-y and pretty.
I love that.
Yeah, and like there's so much like detail in there because like, and I didn't notice when I first installed them that like there's one just for like the exterior, but then there's a separate one for the interior. So like I think you like could technically kind of mix styles depending if you just want to like, I don't know, have like a pastel-y exterior of the town, but then have like a more like rustic interior, I guess. Yeah, there's
I love that.
there's just so much variety. Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm like looking at some of the portrait mods and they're like ridiculous.
There's some really good stuff.
Yeah, like this is really cute. And then the straw one. I'm still thinking about the straw one. But this is really cute.
That is cute. I feel like a lot of the portrait mods sometimes change how the characters look a bit too much for me. But I like when it's just like a different style, but it's still like, you know, really the same character design. Like I don't really like when the character designs change too much because I really do enjoy the characters, but this is very cute. I still have the Busty Farmer one open.
Oh dear.
It's so funny how like someone can take something that is so like it's like Stardew Valley and they're just like titties, which I mean fair.
Revealing cleavage portrait mod. I mean, that's the whole point of modding, right? It's like you can really make the game whatever you want it to be. You can give them Megamilk t-shirts if that's really what you want from Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I just found a mod that it will mean if you have a cat, it will randomly leave you gifts on your doorstep. If you're
That's
a dog,
so
it will dig them
cute.
up on your phone.
That's so cute. Oh my god. See, that's cute. I would. Use
It's like
that.
gifts. It's not like dead animal
good.
gifts.
Not like what
Okay.
actual cats leave you.
Yeah, it's not what
I
actual
was like, oh,
cats
so they're just
do.
gonna leave you dead birds.
They can leave you trash, but that's like the worst it gets. Sometimes
Okay,
they can,
that's
apparently they
cute
can
then.
leave you gems.
Oh my
which is
God.
wild.
That's adorable.
My friend has one that's just like a responsible Marnie mod where it makes it so she actually works regular hours so you can buy animals
God.
from her more easily.
No,
I
that's such a
love
good
that.
point. Like Marnie's
She's
never
never
there,
working.
right? It's so frustrating.
Yeah, I like never remember when she's actually there. Does she actually have a set schedule, or does she just do whatever she wants?
It
No, I
feels
think
like she
she
does whatever
does.
she wants.
I'm not sure. Maybe she wants us to believe that she has a schedule. Well, talking about that, I know there is a mod, I haven't tried it out yet, about having your cows like very fat. It's just so adorable.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh yeah.
I need it.
Right?
That's the only thing that needs.
Oh my
to
god. Oh my god.
love
They are so
them.
round and beautiful.
I love
Right?
them.
It's
The
adorable.
pigs. Oh my god, the rabbits are so fucking cute. The chickens have top hats. This person has a mod. If you go through the photos, this person has like a photo. They have chickens with top hats.
That's
amazing.
Really freaking adorable. Oh my god.
Require.
The goats are killing me.
Oh, there's a mod that means your pet will like leave the farm to follow you around town and hang out with you.
Oh my god. Okay, the best one.
You can
That's the
you
best
can
one.
throw
Yeah,
us.
that's it.
You can play fetch with them.
Even if they're a cat.
Oh my god, that is so cute.
It just says your pet, so maybe.
Oh my god, yes.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Please, that's so cute.
I love how active the Stardew community is. Like, it's really lively.
Oh, they have one for the chickens, and they're called chonkins.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, all their
the
mods are
white
really
chicken.
cute. I love these. Thank you so much for showing me those spheres.
No, and like it's funny, like I always forget because I always try to like actually add it in my own mod like list, and I'm so glad I remember as well right now, so I can actually add it in my
So
file.
fucking cute.
Right.
Yeah, wow. The community is so like so creative and love this game so much. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, especially like the creator, like it was just like one person behind the game that was like, oh, I'll just try to make like, you know, a better version of Harvest Moon, and then suddenly became such a big game. Like that's
wild.
That's so, yeah, so much respect.
Yeah, because he did like everything himself. I think the only time he ever had other folks involved was when he was porting the game to console. And then he ended up buying back all the rights to the game. Because I think Xbox had some ownership, like brief ownership over it when he originally ported it, and then he was like, "Ooh, this is mine again."
Good.
Oh, sorry, it was not Microsoft. It was Chucklefish who published it.
Yeah, no, that would make sense because I know porting can be much more complicated. And actually, and I think Concerned Ape is also making a new game soon, right?
Oh, the haunted chocolatier or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
Very excited, exactly.
the new one looks really good too.
It's really wild, like what one person's like passion project can turn into.
Yeah, it
He
exploded.
just really liked Harvest Moon, and then like this is what happened.
Yeah, and it is interesting, at least for me, that I do a lot of indie game showcases. Like, I feel like a lot of indie game developers almost use like his success story to really like motivate themselves to make like a game. I mean, I don't know how much like is that really like what's happening, but like I feel like considering how many other indie games don't have as much traction as Stardew, but Stardew, I mean, like there's so many streamers that like might just do Stardew, right? Like you don't see that much of that in any other indie games. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like a really good starting point for kind of like showing how, yeah, kind of what you said, Cody, that like someone's passion can really become a really big success story and can really just allow for a game to be whatever the creator wants it to be. Kind of what we were saying earlier with how I feel like there's so many indie games that are starting to have more queer content or just more like diversity, and I just love that about indie games. And Stardew is a great example, you know, even when it first got released, like one of the few games that could allow, you know, like queer couples as part of like the default game, you know, without needing to add mods or anything like that. Actually, that reminds me that I know there's another game that's coming up that's similar to Stardew, but it's with like witchcraft. And it's very queer inclusive. I actually haven't played the demo, but I've heard like really good things as well.
Why does this look so familiar? I feel like I've seen it in my feed, maybe.
I think, yeah, I've definitely seen was it Hannah I saw playing it?
Maybe.
Or maybe.
The art really reminds me of something. That's why it looks.
Apparently, it was a mobile game first, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay, yeah, it does look like a mobile game a bit.
Oh, that would explain.
Maybe that's why.
Not that it's bad. It kind of looks like your typical. It's really cute.
Do you know what it makes me think of? You know those like Merge Mansion adverts?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's the style of. Have you not seen? Is it Merge Mansion or like Garden? It's like a match 3 game where you have to like take a dilapidated old house and bring it back. But
every mobile ad.
The adverts are getting slowly like odder and odder, like to the point where the adverts suggest that like grandma's like hiding knives
that
and
is
like being
Merge
taken away by the
Mansion.
police. It is Merge Mansion.
Oh my god, okay, yes, I've seen that. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my god. This looks really good, Fierce. I just saw like the character like customization and then like the queer relationships and like there was like a wedding.
It does look really cute.
It's so fucking
Right?
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like a step beyond what Stardew tried. And I don't know, I just love that like indie games are really showing that diversity that we don't have in many other games.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's currently out on Apple Arcade. It came out mid-February this year.
Okay, that must be why it's familiar to me because I have Apple Arcade, so it must have been like just in my app store.
Oh my god, the characters are so fucking cute.
They really are. Yeah, I love that a game that was inspired by an older game, like an indie game that was inspired by an older game, now inspires a bunch of other indie games.
Exactly.
I find it so interesting that now it's inspired by Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Which is
like-
like because you get. I mean, there's stuff like Ooblets, there's stuff like My Time in Portia, there's stuff like Summer in Mara, like there's so
Coral
much
Island,
stuff coming through.
all
Coral Island, yeah, 100%. Like some clearly taking influences a bit more than others, some clearly taking influences just from like the genre, but it's so cool to, as someone who really enjoys these games, it's like, yes, please.
It was funny, like when was it Pioneers of Olive Town came out, I like saw people directly being like, oh wow, this reminds me so much of Stardew Valley, and I'm like, that's because this is the series that inspired Stardew Valley. That it's
Oh my god, are we that old now?
The other way.
Yeah, it's like no, that's because Story of Seasons was Harvest Moon, which is why Stardew Valley exists. They have all these similar mechanics because that's what inspired him. Like that's why this like is a passion project inspired by like that series. It was just funny seeing that cycle happen. Like that's the impact this game has. We're all old. My PS1 copy of Harvest Moon is shaking.
Oh, I love that game.
It's so good.
It's so good.
My friend and I used to just start a file and then make our dog attack the mayor, and then you'd get a game over, like over and over.
What?
At the very beginning, when you first meet the mayor, you get to the farm, you can just immediately sick your dog on him, and then the game ends.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's so fun. God. We'd just be like, yeah, you want to start a new game in Harvest Moon? And just do that.
I just remember like having, you know, this is like very specific to like the PS1 version of Back to Nature, but trying to put feed into the chicken's feed boxes without throwing it so that it just went on the floor and disappeared was the bane of my existence.
God.
It was a little buggy.
It was like the whole thing was on like diagonal angle. So it was sometimes really hard to work out like where you were lined up with stuff. I love
It really was.
So much.
The only time I ever really felt that I finished it in any sort of way was by attacking the mayor immediately with my dog.
I love that so much.
Absolute menace.
It's a great game. Also, that little guy, the little farmer guy, is so gender.
Yeah.
No, right? I'd just like take my little forest. It was called grass, but it looked like flowers, and I'd take them to like sweet Mary, who was this like quiet little bookish librarian.
Oh my god, Mary.
who really liked the poisonous grasses because her dad was a botanist. I loved it so much.
I'm really glad they turned off the ability to hit animals while you're like doing shit, because I used to be so mortified every time I was like hoeing the ground or whatever, and then like my dog would come over
as you did it.
Yeah, it made the sad sound, and I'm like, no, why would this be part of the gameplay?
Or like you'd get a storm, so you couldn't feed your animals for a day.
Oh my
god! The next day they would be unhappy, and they could get sick a couple days later,
die.
And they could die, and like the medicine was really expensive, so sometimes you couldn't afford it, and they had a little graveyard. It's like, no, please,
So
games used to be really hard for no reason, huh?
I think Harvest Moon
I'm so glad they don't do that anymore. Like, if you miss feeding them in Stardew Valley, they just get a bit annoyed, but they're fine.
Yeah. I think I already talked about it during another episode, but my mom like banned me and my younger brother from playing Harvest Moon because every time my chicken died, we'd have like a little funeral in our living room. And we'd be sobbing, and my mom was like, okay, you're not playing this shit anymore.
That's so funny. I had the opposite thing happen, where my parent played with us, and they loved it. They always romanced Anne.
Oh, I love Anne.
The sort of daughter of the barman. Oh, it was so good. I think they got further than me, actually.
That's so cute.
That's really cute. My brother used to play it, and I'd watch sometimes, like my older brother, before I started playing it, and he'd pick up the chicken and be like, I'm going to put the chicken in the dog pen, and the dog's going to eat it. And I'd be like, no! I'd start screaming, and my mom would be like, what the fuck? So...
Oh my god.
He's like, no, it won't actually eat him. And I was like, why would you do that? I was like 7, I don't know.
Just inconsolable. Yeah. Oh no.
So fucking mean. It's kind of funny, honestly.
No, I keep trying to convince my parent to get a Switch so that I could be like, play Stardew Valley. You'll really enjoy it.
You do a co-op farm together.
Oh my god, that would be so cute.
That'd be really cute.
Okay. Cool. Outro. Cody, you want to do the outro?
I don't even know what our outro is.
Oh my god. You're embarrassing me. I'm joking. Thank you so much for talking to us about Stardew Valley.
No, thank you for having us. This has been lovely.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
I'm going to go to bed and dream of straw people.
Good.
Dream of ping pong grandpa.
What if you could combine the busty mod, the straw mod?
Busty
straws? Can you do that?
I hate it.
Oh my god.
You can create it. Maybe that's your next passion project.
Yeah, I'm just gonna learn how to like do pixel art, like really detailed, and do that.
Just make your own farming sim where everybody's a straw.
With huge tits.
Yeah.
Just the biggest bahonkadonkers.
Yeah. So part of the outro is just like kind of like a goodbye, and y'all can reintroduce yourselves and let folks know where they can find you.
I'm Fierce, and I guess, you know, on social media you can find me as Fierce Axolotl. That's my full username. You can find myself on Twitch. I also use Twitter a lot, and then I'm starting to upload. Well, I shouldn't say starting. I've been doing this maybe for 2 months now and uploading some clips of myself streaming or my cats on TikTok.
Ooh.
Cool.
I'm Foxx. My pronouns are he, they, and you can find me on twitch.tv/foxprints. I'm also under the same username on Twitter and on TikTok. My TikTok is just pure chaos. The Twitter is a little bit more refined. But yeah, find me doing variety content, streaming mostly video games, occasionally craft stuff, and attempting to stream around the overlord of the stream, which is my cat.
Awesome. I don't think I have anything else. Cody, actually.
I mean, they could, yeah.
They could both. Hit me with that catchphrase.
In this warm time, I'm gonna go with hydrate or die straight.
Fantastic.
The catchphrase in my streams is the be kind or else. So I'll say that.
Hey cuties, thanks for listening to our podcast. If you liked this episode of Arcade Cuties, be sure to let us know by leaving a review on iTunes, sharing the show with a friend, and leaving a suggestion for future episodes. Make sure to follow us on our social media to stay up to date with our content. We appreciate all of the love and support. Until next time, bye cuties!